Another beautiful day. So it's 6:30, at 6:35, we're back on the trail. Joe's got his Garmin on, measuring our distance, and we've got, charge. We've got some good things happening today. So we've had a really big week. We've pulled some really big miles. We're feeling a bit beat up and smelly, but there is relief in sight. We'll just check in with Charge. Good morning, Charge.
G'day, Flash.
Oh, how are you doing this morning?
Oh, a little bit sore.
We're a bit beat up, aren't we?
Just the feet, that's all.
Yep.
It was a big day yesterday. We've actually had a big week, which is pretty cool, but we're off 10 miles now.
Yes.
So 16 kilometres. We're going to 17A, Highway 17A. We're booked into a motel in Greenwood Lakes, New York.
New York State.
So another 2.5 miles down the track here, we cross another border. So, what have we done? Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, all gone. Bingo. And New York's the next one, which is pretty cool.
So exciting.
Yep, so 10 miles, let's go, girl.
I'm there. You had me at Mexican and beer. I don't know if you remember back when we were walking through Maryland and waiting for our first, I suppose, real state line crossing, someone had stolen the sign, and we were really disappointed that happened, because there are some big wins when you're walking the AT, and one of the really big wins that you like to celebrate is when you cross the state line. And we're just about shortly to cross from New Jersey into New York State. In the 90s, my younger sister Jane, studied at Syracuse University, did some postgrad work upstate New York, and then lived in New York City. And in the 90s, my parents spent 5 years living in New York City, and I visited a number of times. So if there was any state that kind of resonated for me in terms of having a family connection, I suppose it's New York State. So I'm excited to walk through the state of New York, and I'm really excited the fact that we're going to get picked up at 71A, Highway 71A, and get taken to a motel, and where we get the chance to clean up for a day and a half and rest our feet. So a big win this morning, and I'm really excited. Camera is ready. Oh, he's writing. Oh, Joe's been using his GPS, so we're not at the fancy state line marker yet, but according to the GPS, I'm in New Jersey.
So am I.
Joe's in New Jersey. Oh, Joe's in New York State.
New York.
I know, that's exciting. Oh, I'm gonna step from New Jersey into New York State. That's a big win today. Walking the AT kind of frees up your mind to think about a lot of stuff. Although Pennsylvania kept my mind pretty busy rock dodging. But I mentioned my sister Jane earlier, my younger sister Jane, who studied in New York State and lived in New York State for a while. And We lost Jane in October last year after a really long battle with breast cancer. And today I'm going to think about Jane even more. I'm going to play Nelly Furtado's I'm Like a Bird and sing loudly on the trail and eat cheese and think about you a lot today, Jane. It's really hard to see, but if you look way in the distance there, and you can see those are high rises and skyscrapers, that is New York City, Manhattan Island. Look at that, amazing. We might have quite a few state line markers, and you won't be able to hear Joe, but SL, state line, he's got 1 foot in New Jersey and 1 foot in New York, and we've just seen the outline of New York City. It's exciting. It must be, oh, we're in the state of bagels. It's all about the food right now.
What are you doing, Bridget?
I've got a foot in each state.
Cool. Which state is your left foot?
New York.
Let's go get a bagel.
Oh yes, please. I mean, you can't think of New York City without thinking about what happened in New York City all these years ago. Not all those years ago, but about 20 years ago.
So here we are, Bridgie, in New York, and we're just following the trail through the woods. Oh yeah, I see a tree.
We get to climb the tree?
I'm not quite sure, but another little climb for us.
Okay, Joe's up first. He is boulder jumping, white blaze chasing, and okay, where now? I think the only way is up. Come on, charge. You're going to have to charge. Oh, blimey. Okay, he's disappeared from view. Best I get a wriggle on.
Look, Mum, somebody put some steps in. Rhubarb. Huh.
Okay, that's what I thought. Joe's right at the top, just scaling the last bit. I'm up next.
I think that's Bridgie moaning. Here she comes.
Ooh. I haven't done these before.
This is where those rhubarbs that someone's kindly put into the rocks to help one get up a straight rock face. Come on, Bridgie.
This is a bit of fun.
So there's Bridgie. I just sent her back because she was taking a shortcut through there where the track's over there. So I sent her back and told her, do not miss a proper step on the AT.
I can see a lake beneath us with some flash houses. We're going to Greenwood Lake for the night, for a couple of nights. That might just be it. I think it's a weekend place, but we found a nice hiker-friendly motel that we're heading to. I know, we're going where you've been. We met Moment and Intune a couple of nights ago at the secret shelter. They're day 76s or something, so those guys have walked the whole way from Georgia, and they are walking fast. We had the pleasure of walking with them today. We were just going to stop because we're getting picked up to go to our motel, but Intune mentioned the fact that there was a creamery just up the road, so of course we're all hiking up the road to get ice cream before anything else happens. Priorities, eh? But they're a really great team, and I wish them all the best in their hike. They are machines. So, Bellevale Farms Creamery. Oh, we are so excited at this moment. I've had breakfast. I've had a bit of trail mix. But I desperately... 12! Oh my stars. Look at that look of disappointment on faces. Oh no! We've had requests, hello Barbie, to maybe go over and give you some idea of how far we've walked of the trail. So Charge is standing in front of an Appalachian Trail map, and he's going to give us a little bit of an update.
Cool. Appalachian Trail. A, B.
Yeah, start,
So
finish.
there's Springer Mountain down in Georgia, down in the south. Here's Mount Katahdin up in Maine in the north. As you know, we're doing a flip-flop, and we started here at Harper's Ferry.
In the middle.
And so the last photo of the map, I had a coffee cup here, and I think I had a coffee cup here. Well, we've gone here, follow that red line. Oh, it's not you are here, we are here.
So that is some, you know, think about the whole Appalachian Trail. That's significant. And not only that, we're now in New York State, which is exciting as well. Zero day in Greenwood Lake, New York State, and I'm off to find coffee in my raincoat, rocking my rain pants and sandals. And Joe, well, he's rocking his sandals, a pair of shorts and a raincoat. Well, not too matchy because we both were wearing our rain pants into town yesterday. It's a special through hiker look. Well, that was a pretty successful trip to town. We found a diner and had a fantastic omelette for breakfast. So that's a whole pile of protein and buttered toast, of which Joe ate all of mine. And we went to the CVS and got a few other important bits and pieces like loo roll, aka TP, toilet paper, and other stuff, peanut butter, fig Newtons, cheese, all of those important things.
I'm going to tell you a story about toilet paper. It's called TP, but on the trail it's also called Golden Dollar or something.
Really?
And
I've never heard
so
that.
you imagine out in the wilderness, on trail, and you've got to go do your business. Your name's not Yogi or Boo Boo. Toilet paper becomes quite important.
Sure does. Oh, okay. So it
It's trivia.
That's a big dog.
It's just trivia,
It's a bit of
information for you.
trivia. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for that. It becomes very important.
Oh, and I brought Bridgie or Flash here, a lovely bottle of Chardonnay with a cork. Now, I'm not sure there's too many hikers out there with a corkscrew, so later on today, I think I'll attack the cork with my pocket knife and see what I can do.
Nothing that a Swiss Army knife can't do. And we're just about to walk up to, at Greenwood Lake, a coffee roastery. So I think Joe and I are just going to grab a really nice coffee, and we're heading back to the motel to do what hikers do, is to lay our food out and do a gap analysis to see if there's anything that's missing for the next 4 days. So we're just walking back to our motel. You can see, I think it's probably a bit of a holiday destination here. It's definitely early in the season because there are a lot of places that are closed. A number of restaurants. The Bagelry, oh my stars, is closed on a Tuesday. Luckily I managed to get myself a smoked salmon and cream cheese bagel yesterday. But if you come over here, there's a marina with obviously where people park their boats. Seems to be a bit of construction going on. And in fact, we've picked a really good day to zero, or have a day off, because in fact the weather's closing in and it's starting to rain. There goes the school bus. They've been quite busy this morning. In fact, in the diner that we just had breakfast, there are a bunch of school teachers sitting around because the school was next door, just talking about the classrooms in the school that have been taken out by COVID. So conversationally, it seems like, I know there's a bit of a surge, but the schools are obviously feeling it with the kids. A number of kids that are getting sick, so you know this thing hasn't finished with us yet. Okay, I'm going to show you the motel that we're staying at, but just in the walk up to the motel there is a food truck park, which apparently you can get some really fantastic breakfast burritos and food from various food trucks in the food truck park. There is a Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. I've never been to a Dunkin' Donuts and probably never will, but if Dunkin' Donuts was your thing, it's right there. As well as a little, I don't know, fried chicken and convenience store across the road. So the motel that we're at is Lake Lodging, and it's owned by Ingrid and Jim. I rang them on the phone, booked. They're so friendly, and I rang Jim up when we arrived. He came and picked us up at 17A at the trailhead. They gave us a laundry bag, washed all of our laundry, and look, it's everything that we need here. It's simple, but it's clean and it's friendly, and it is a really quick walk into town. So if you are coming this way, if you are a hiker, this is a great destination for you. Interestingly, Joe and I have left our shoes outside. Why, you may ask, are our shoes outside and we're inside? And that's because they stink. They're very unpleasant, and as you would expect in our room, all I can say is we look a bit like a convenience store with all our stuff lying around, but that's what you do. Okay, we're heading out for lunch now. The next meal of the day, and you can see I've upgraded from my rain pants to my hiking pants, but the sandals are still staying on because I need to dry out my blisters.